What's up, YouTube? Scott Lett here, owner of Pro Exterior Cleaning. It is Tuesday. Man, we have a beautiful day here in Oklahoma. I think the high is like 65, nice little breeze. Have a pretty busy day today. I have a small residential job in my neighborhood. I really haven't been taking on residential work, but since it's in my neighborhood, and I usually just ask for a nice review in return. Obviously, I get paid, but I give them a really good rate. I don't have to travel far, and those Google reviews and Facebook reviews are huge. So I always give them, say, hey, I'll give you $25 discount if you can give me a nice review. So I've gotten a lot of good reviews from this neighborhood. I disinfected some playgrounds and got a lot of exposure, so I have really strong presence in this neighborhood. So when I do a job, they usually give me a review on my Facebook page and then the neighborhood page. So that's why I continue to do work in my neighborhood. They're never high ticket, but if I can get some nice reviews and just a lot of work, 30 seconds from my house, I'm okay with doing that. So, but I'm not going to travel 30 minutes to clean a patio or a small driveway. So this morning I have a small patio to do. She's already told me she's going to leave me a nice review on the Google business page and then on my Facebook page. So those reviews will take you a long way, guys. And then we're going to go clean the north-facing side of a church. So it's going to be about 3.5 to 4 hours worth of work, $650 a day. Not bad for a half day. And then the rest of the day, I'm going to come back and get Zeus ready for an apartment complex. We start on Thursday, so I'm going to take half a day today and then most of the day tomorrow to check all my oil levels, make sure I have plenty of SH, just make sure everything's in order. I may ride out there and just see where their water sources are. I've added this hose reel. It's temporary. That way I can take like 300 feet of hose because the leasing agent told me that not every building has water, so I'm going to need a lot of hose. So I added that on there. It's nice having this lift gate because I can bring this down and have another 4 or 5 feet of room right here. So anyways, guys, let's go get after it. See, it's 7:46. Told her I'd be there at 8. I mean, it's literally right around the corner here, and we'll surface clean this patio. I don't have my big guy with me. There's no sense in bringing it. I'm going to be using my 20-inch North Star here and my 4-gallon per minute water cannon. So all right, guys, let's head out there and I'll see you in a second. All right, guys, we're out here. I'm going to be using my hot water unit today. I'm not going to be using hot water. I'm just going to use the machine. I'm hooked up directly to their house since I'm using a 4-gallon per minute. Got about 150 feet of hose fully stretched out. They've got really good water pressure. That's why I like using these type of hoses. You can just fill them, and when they're really hard like this, you got good pressure, even with a bit of a leak. So all right, let me show you guys what we have on our hands. This is a reoccurring customer. Always remove the furniture, guys. That's obvious. This is it. I'm gonna just work around those chairs. They're crazy heavy. Same with that table. It's one thing about being a one-man operation. You can only do so much by yourself. All right, guys, I'm gonna take some before pictures and then we'll get after it. All right, guys, I just ran over the patio with my surface cleaner. Now I'm just rinsing everything off and then hitting the outside wall with my green tip. I've always liked the green tip. I feel like the yellow can be too strong, the white's a little bit too widespread, but Been here 15 minutes, guys. I normally use a turbo nozzle, but this is a fairly newer home, and a lot of this concrete hasn't fully cured yet, so you can really mark it up. So I have my pressure washer kind of the PSI kind of down a little bit. So I'm not at full blast right now, and that's why I'm using this green tip. I don't want to scar up these patios and driveways. I'm trying to be very careful. So the surface cleaner did fine. So I'm just trying to be careful not to mess up these people's concrete. So just be aware of that, guys. When you do new construction or newer concrete, you can mark up that concrete pretty bad because it's not fully cured yet. So I cleaned this last year. I did a soft wash pretty much and then rinsed it off. I had to do it a couple times. So this time I just did a soft wash and then went over that very gently, and then just using my green tip. So just a little word of advice on the newer homes. All right, guys, in and out in about 30 minutes. That's with some time to spare to talk to the customer. $65, 30 minutes. But that Google review I'm about to get, that's worth $100 in my opinion, because those reviews make your business very attractive. So anyways, one last thing about that job, and then we'll focus on the church wash coming up here in a second. One thing that I've always done, I used to make this mistake in the past, is, you know, whenever you have to clear off a patio or a porch with a lot of furniture, take a picture of it, because I know a lot, you know, we all kind of, I know I don't really enjoy, you know, having to move furniture around and put it back, but I feel like we can get in a hurry and we kind of forget what things looked like before. I remember one time, this was like when I first started, this lady had just stuff like pretty flowers. It wasn't junky, it was just a very well organized back patio. And you know, I didn't really think about it, but looking back on it, she put a lot of time and effort into making that patio look good. And I just took all of her furniture off, all of her plants, pots, and then I had no idea what it looked like. So I just kind of guessed, and she texted me. She's like, "Can you come back and help me, you know, reorganize my patio? Everything's out of place." And I had to go back and do that. Like I said, that happened a long time ago. But if you get in that kind of scenario where, you know, you're at this real elegant looking patio or porch, and these things are very neat, put into place, it's usually the older generation. Just make sure you take a picture, and that way you have something to reference, you know, when you start putting things back, and, you know, you put things back in their proper location. So most of the time it's not a big deal, but some people are very particular. That's another reason I don't like fooling with residential, because people are so particular about their homes. If they're going to pay you to come out and clean their home, that means they really care about the aesthetics of their home. So I don't really enjoy residential as much, because people can be very nitpicky, and in their minds, I've been doing this long enough, they think you're just showing up and spraying water, and that they shouldn't have to pay you a lot of money. So when they do, they're already kind of like, man, I can't believe this guy's charging me this much. So they're going to kind of nitpick everything. So that's just the nature of the residential world. That's why I did it for 3 years. You know, I'm into my 5th season of power washing. I have the equipment to do commercial, and that's what I'm doing. It's a lot easier. It's way less stressful, you know, once you get the jobs and once you plan and logistics and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, guys, just be very aware of people's properties. You're out there cleaning, but you can make a mess as you clean. Just make sure you clean up your mess, clean up your dirty, you know, muddy boot marks like I had out there, and make sure you put everything back into place as it was. So, all right, guys, I'll see y'all here in a second at the church. All right, guys, job number 2 for the day. As you can tell, this is going to be some epic before and after pictures. I'm going to be 12 volting all of this. just doing the north facing side. I don't think I have to get up there. I don't think it's dirty. I'll get my ladder out and make sure. But yeah, this is it, guys. I mean, from where I showed you to over here, about, I honestly think I can finish this in an hour and a half, 2 hours. Let's get after it. I'm going to be shooting about a 3% mix with my 12 volt system. So let's get after it.